What's up, interweb? Donut here from Donut Online. Today I'm going to show you how you can install WordPress locally on your Windows 10 machine. No paid hosting required, because that's right, we're still talking about WordPress. Next on Through the Donut Hole. Okay, so let's get started. First thing that we need to do is let's get a couple of downloads out of the way right off the bat. Let's go ahead and pop open your web browser. And first thing we want to download is MAMP. That's M-A-M-P, and they're located at mamp.info. MAMP is basically a web server. It's an application that turns your local machine into a web server, and it's also got the PHP and SQL packages all rolled up into it. So great product, good company. Once you're on their website, they do have the free download and then the pro version. Free is good for hobbyists and home users. Pro is good for commercial use. Choose wisely, folks. Go ahead and hit that download button and download that to wherever you'd like on your machine. I've already got a copy of mine, so skip past that part. Next thing we need to download are the actual WordPress install files. So wordpress.org/download. And go ahead and click that big download WordPress button right there in the middle, and that'll initiate your WordPress download. Wait for both those things to download, and we'll meet back on my desktop. Alright, excellent. So you've got your MAMP installer and your WordPress files. First thing we want to do is install MAMP, so pop that bad boy open. And it's a pretty straightforward installer, but these first two checkboxes, you can go ahead and uncheck those for now and click Next. Click I accept, Next, Next again, Next again. You can create a desktop icon if you want. Click Next again and click Install. Now this install does take a moment, so I'm going to skip past it again, and we'll meet back on a new fresh desktop at the finished screen. Okay, now that MAMP has finished installing, we want to go ahead and open that up. And it should initialize automatically by itself. You'll see the loading bar, and it'll give you a green light next to SQL Server and Apache Server, MySQL Server, sorry. And once you get both those green lights, click Open Web Start Page. And you can see this is our main starting page for MAMP. You can see we're already on the local host. And first thing we want to go to is PHP My Admin. And then over on Databases. And then we want to create a new database. So under Create Database, just type in the name of whatever you want to name this DB. I'm going to call it WordPress, keep things simple, and click Create. Database has been created. We can go ahead and back out of here now. And next thing we need to do is with our WordPress files, go ahead and open up that zip folder. And let's uncompress these to the desktop. While those uncompress, I'm going to show you where we're actually going to put them. You'll want to navigate to your C drive or wherever you saved, or wherever you installed MAMP at. I just did it with the default C. MAMP is where it should be, and then we're looking for the htdocs folder. So again, C, MAMP, htdocs if you did it by default. Go ahead and keep this open here, and we're going to put our WordPress files in there actually once they're done uncompressing. Pro tip, you could have just dragged this straight into that folder, but since I didn't have it open, you know, I'm doing things the difficult way. Great, WordPress files uncompressed. Go ahead and click and drag those over to that htdocs folder. And that basically puts WordPress on our machine. Now to get to it, localhost /WordPress. You'll see that basically you get the WordPress startup screen right off the bat. Click continue on that. Now it's going to ask you to know a few things before you proceed. The database name, which is the database we just created, whatever you named it. the database username and password, and the database host, and the table prefix. What we really need out of this is the DB name, whatever, again, you just made that DB and called it, and the username and password, which you guys don't know that yet. So let's get that real quick. To get that, you can go back to the Open Web Start page option, and then username and password is listed under MySQL, and that's still set to root and root, which is the default. So go back to our WordPress setup and click Let's Go. Again, database name, whatever you named it. Mine is called WordPress. Username, root, password, root, or whatever your username and password is. And then the database host is still going to be localhost, and you can keep the prefix the same. Click Submit. And then click Run Installation. And you guys are going to see some familiar familiar stuff here in a moment. First thing we want to do is give our new site a title. We'll call it Test. Username, donut. Password, blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. Don't use unsecure passwords, folks. Email. This doesn't really matter because the site's not live. Click Install WordPress. Alright, and then click Login. And that's it. We have now officially installed WordPress on our local machine. Once you log in there, you'll see a familiar site with the dashboard, or if this is your first time on WordPress, congratulations, you're about to embark on a new adventure. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Now that you've seen this, go ahead and take a look at my channel and find some WordPress tutorials to play around with some themes. Have a good one, guys.